That night, the dining room felt heavier than usual. The overhead light hummed softly. I had cooked for hours. Roast beef, mashed potatoes, green beans with butter. The same meal I used to make when my son came home from school, hungry and exhausted. His favorite. The kind of food a mother makes without thinking twice. I was 71 years old, standing in the same house where I had once balanced bills at the kitchen counter while helping him with homework. The same walls that heard me whisper reassurances when his father died suddenly, leaving us alone overnight. No warning, no goodbye, just a phone call and a life that split in two. From that moment on, I became everything. I worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3. I learned to stretch $20 into a week's worth of groceries. I measured my days in bus stops, work shifts of sleep I could afford to lose. I never complained. There wasn't time. I raised my son alone. I watched him grow. I celebrated his milestones quietly. I missed my own. I told myself it was worth it. That one day he would understand what it had cost. Now he was grown. Comfortable. Sitting across from me, telling me he owed me nothing. I walked away from the table slowly. No one stopped me. No one followed. In the kitchen, I washed my hands and stared at my reflection in the dark window. My hair had turned completely gray. Lines framed my face, carved by years of holding things in rather than letting them spill out. I remembered the nights I cried silently so my son wouldn't hear. The mornings I made coffee for 2 out of habit, even after my husband was gone. The quiet promises I made to myself that as long as my child was okay, I would be okay too. I picked up my purse and checked that my keys were inside. My hands were steady. I thought they would shake. Instead, there was a strange calm settling in, like the moment after a storm passes. As I walked toward the hallway, I heard laughter behind me. Not cruel laughter. Casual. As if nothing important had just happened. As if something hadn't ended. I paused and glanced once more at the framed photos on the wall. My son at 5, missing a front tooth. At 12, holding a science fair ribbon. At 18, standing taller than me for the first time. I had been there for every version of him. He didn't look up. Outside, the night air felt cool and clean. I stood on the porch for a moment, breathing deeply, letting the quiet settle into my bones. That was when I understood something I had avoided for years. Love given without boundaries doesn't always come back as love. Sometimes it comes back as entitlement. If this story resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and like this video to support more family drama stories like this. To watch the full story, click the link at the bottom left corner of the screen or check the description below.